Okay. All right. Oh shoot. Oh, I think.
All right, we are live. Hey,
Peace,
beautiful
everybody.
people.
I'm doing what
Peace.
I'm always doing at the beginning, putting this, streaming it live to my own page,
Yes,
and
please,
putting my description up
everybody,
here.
go
I have
on
to
ahead
figure that out. I'm working on that.
and let your
I'm just,
folks
I'm
know
just
that
here to
you
listen.
are live. We got Mr. Taylor in the building. I know it usually takes y'all a couple seconds to get it together, so we take the first few minutes to just go through reminders. For those of you who don't know, we introduce ourselves. Thank you for joining us for this evening Return, Connect, Build Ghana Exchange Info Session.
Yes.
I am Hafiza Toure. I make up 1/3 of the elements of abundance, and I am a wind, y'all. We be blowing. It's all the change happening.
She's the one making August acting up. The weather was acting up.
Okay. So yeah, tell the people who y'all are.
I am Shayla, and I go by Earth, who loves all this greenery. So definitely appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Arden Fire Santana, here to just bring the fire,
With her
here to
red
bring the
on.
heat,
Right.
the excitement and the ecstasy and the static.
All right.
All right, Ginger.
All
She's
right.
also the wordsmith. So when we get into all of these words, you know who it's coming from. Talk about some static and ecstasy.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Doing
Yeah.
these events that titillate and tantillate the senses.
Oh
There we
boy.
go. We tantalizing and titillating.
No comment.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Right.
And who's that no commenting in the back?
I'm Belito Garcia. I'm just the guy in the background. You know,
That's our
Yeah.
I handle
mineral.
everything in the background. I'm mineral. I
That
handle everything in the background. You know, I'm the
Yeah.
tech guy, the computer guy, the video guy,
the MC.
the graphics, the
Okay.
MC.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
Keeping
do
the
people
money
like
and the bodyguard.
Oh
that part?
yes, right.
security,
That
and
part.
we appreciate that.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah,
We
for
do
those
out here.
who were at Afro Future, Afro Chic on Thursday, give us
Oh
some
yeah, we
give
had
us
a
some
good
comments
time.
in the
Let us
back
know.
about how the MC did.
Yeah,
He
Oh
came out
yeah.
of the woodworks,
He came
y'all.
yeah. He
through.
brought me out of retirement. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so
that was an
everything
awesome
from
event
element.
down on a New Haven Green, in collaboration with the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. So we were out there, and we had a good lunchtime crowd
We
that
did.
participated with us. And it was cultural, it was talent, it was fashion, it was creativity. It was
It
just
was
people
truly a
showing
showcase.
up
It surely
at their
was. And it was a
authentic self.
family event. Yeah, we
It
can't
was.
it was all our events are family events, right? Everyone is
For the
welcome.
most part, yeah.
Yes.
Right. Not indulged. Not
We got
Not
indulged.
indulged, right.
disclaimer. Yes. So we appreciate you all joining us. We're here to talk about December in Ghana. We got some.
Dre's on. Can he want to announce himself?
Welcome, Trey. Mr. Taylor, he is
Good
on.
evening. Good evening. Hope you can hear me.
We can
Coming
hear
in
you.
live from
We can hear
Ghana.
you. We can hear you.
Loud and clear. So we have Mr. Dre Taylor on with us, direct from Ghana. As you can see down at the bottom, we have a scrolling banner of our sponsors, and we just want you to find out who they are. One of them being Mr. Dre Taylor with Dre Taylor Consulting and the Beyond and Tours to Ghana. And that is part of the foundation of how it is that we're able to do what we're doing with curating these experiences in Ghana, to actually have boots on the ground and relationships already in place to make this a seamless process, to make it a safe process. We want you to know that you are in good hands. We might just be doing this for December, but this has been going on and taking place for a while now, with a lot of experience and really knowledgeable people who are involved. So definitely take a moment to check out the websites that you see scrolling at the bottom. Get to know who the sponsors are. Get to know who we are. We're glad that you are on with us. Comment, say hello. Let us know that you are going to be in the space. And we have some announcements to make. Especially if you're local here in the New Haven metro area. We're doing some in-person stuff that we would love to see you at, to meet, to greet, to talk about what we have going on, and to answer any questions you have about Ghana, the Return, Connect, Build exchange that's happening, and all the other things that we're connected to.
Absolutely. So we're gonna make that announcement now. We want to just jump into the dress code tonight. We're going to talk about dress code from the frequently asked questions. People are wondering how to pack, what to wear, climate, weather, those types of things. So we have Wind and Dre got to fill us in because we're virgins.
In this experience.
Not I.
You ain't been.
We got you.
From the continent, so
Leave it up to Fire and Mineral. I don't even want that.
Right. It probably ain't even the same temperature in Angola compared to Ghana. It might be different.
It's all the same. They all on the same side of the continent.
Area. I know that's right. So we will be there in December.
Okay.
Right. We'll be there in December, which is coming off the end of rainy season into dry season. So there is going to be somewhat of a shift going on at that time. And Dre, definitely jump in when you can. The temperature typically is where in December? Around 85, 80?
Yep.
Nah, we're looking at 90s. It's gonna be probably around 90s. It's a dry season, so I mean, with this global warming, you never know. I mean, last year it's pretty cool, low 90s, maybe 85 degrees on the nighttime, so it wasn't too bad. It just depends on, like I said, global warming. You don't know where it's going to be at, but just imagine summertime will be here. So you'll be leaving, the wintertime in the States and arriving in the summertime in Ghana. So anytime, it's probably about the same temperature of like Florida or Texas, Dallas, Houston in the summertime. So if you can imagine that, that's probably what it'd be like. So, but at nighttime, it's pretty cool. So just dress like you going to a summer barbecue. Sometimes you want to wear out your African garb. And I tell people sometimes we come in looking more African than the Africans that's here. Yeah.
All excited to represent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they excited to represent, and they look like us in the States. You know what I mean? For the most part, and so just be comfortable. It ain't like real strict here on what you dressing, and you know, uh, and we'll be mostly in Accra, so which is like the major urban city here, the capital, and so it's pretty urban here. You won't get into like the traditional dress until you get like into the rural parts and other parts of the country when you say that traditional garb. But for the most part, they're gonna be dressing like you dress in the States, mostly. So.
Okay.
Hey, shout out Dr. Rogers Caffey. Thank you for joining us. And yes, we can't wait either. We are all very much looking forward to being in Ghana together. And did y'all hear him? He said summertime. So you leaving, especially if you're coming from the East Coast, you are leaving all of this cold behind for some 90 degree weather.
Right. 85, 90. That is my type of weather. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Dre, so I was, in regards to packing, I was thinking of like just bringing like 1 or 2 outfits and some drawers, and then do my shopping there. So, was that a good idea?
If you can make it last for 10 days,
well, you talk about going to the market.
That's going to be on you. I mean, it's probably going to be usually 2 outfits a day. You go out in the daytime, and if you're going out at night, you want to change to something different because you've been out since like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning, and then just to stretch it all the way to like 11 o'clock at night if you're going out. Most people hop in the shower and, after going out, and then putting something else on for the nighttime if you plan on going out for the night. So, you just want to pack and prepare and then leave some room in your suitcase for souvenirs and things you might want to buy because we will be getting fitted for clothes. So if you want to get your own clothes made, we'll do that like the first or second day that you're there. So be prepared for that if you're interested in getting your own clothes made there.
I mean, but would I be able to just go to like the market and buy some, a couple shirts and some slacks or a suit or whatever?
Oh yeah, you definitely be able to do that. We'll have vendors at the hotel where you can buy clothes right there at the hotel, and so that won't be no issue.
Yeah, because I'm planning on packing an empty suitcase. I feel you, Janine. Like, I don't feel like I don't see the sense of packing all this clothes and then like being stuck on the way back. Like, where I'm gonna put all this extra stuff at?
Yeah. So you want to just get your whole new.
Well, we can always ship. You can always buy another suitcase and take it home with you if you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's
There's
true.
options. Always options.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got to schedule to get to like Art Market or McCullough Market in the first few days of being there so that you can have enough, changes of clothes while you're there. So that whole piece about them dressing like we dress over here and we want like the unique pieces that they got over here that we know they don't have over here. So it works out because we want different things. As far as like what to pack though, I think it's important to note based on the itinerary, some of the different places that we're going. So like for the Return Connect Build networking event, that's an all white party in the evening. So after that, we're going to another all white party. So ideally, you want to have your all white for that experience. You also want to have all white for your naming ceremony. So that might be something a little bit more conservative that you're going to wear during that time. And that's on the latter half of the event. So technically, you probably could wear the white that you wore. But again, this is something that's more ceremonial. So if you got on something that's a little more nightlife, you're going to want another white outfit for the naming ceremony. When we go to places like Cocoon, what's it called? The Canopy drop. When we go,
Cocoon National Park.
yes. The dungeons and the bath, different excursions like that. Definitely comfortable, airy fit. You probably want to wear like sneakers or like the sandals that are kind of like strappy and closed in to give you some, support. Because we're going to be outside, we're going to be walking. When we went to Safari Valley, the tour of the grounds, you're walking, you're going through the woods. It's kind of, some nature involved when we go to the waterfall. So you want to definitely pack items of clothing that you will be comfortable doing things like that. It's warm, it's hot outside. So you want something light and airy. And then it's always good to layer because you can always take things off if you get warm. What other experiences require nightlife? You just want to, I say we stay fly. So definitely think about that when you're packing for, the events. We got New Year's Eve this time. Because I went in April, so it wasn't the New Year's Eve party, but the nightlife is very much like it is here. Some of the clubs will remind you of Miami, DC, New York. Some of the beachfront stuff, gorgeous. So you want to, dress like you going somewhere. At least that's my motto. But you want to be comfortable in all it is that you do. So yeah, 10 days. And like you said, you're probably going to change twice, right? Once for during the day, you get back to the hotel, you shower, you for dinner, and then when we go out for dinner, that probably will end up in and think about it, Afrochella, the festivals and events and all of those things. So you wanna be prepared to be comfortable in all of those spaces. What we got? Okay, Janice is hitting them today. Will there be any events where we could wear our traditional kente clothing? Dre, can you think of any of the excursions in December that because I know they have some authentic, like the kente garbs that wrap in the jewelry. Any opportunities for that?
Be ready to wear it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, any day you can pretty much wear it. I don't think it has to be a specific event where you need to wear it at, and so you'll be open to wear it at any point in time that you want.
Excellent, excellent. So wear it to dinner. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
definitely come out with it. And I know it's vibrant, it's beautiful. And I definitely do appreciate the marketplace because you can find any and everything, shoes, bags, accessories, like from the jewelry to hair accessories to dresses, pants sets, shorts, like everything, and they're well made. The patterns are gorgeous. And like Mr. Taylor said about the first or second day that we arrive, a tailor comes and measures you for custom made outfits. And let me just tell you, mine was definitely worth every minute and every penny of it. Because it was gorgeous and it's one of a kind piece that you bring back from your trip. So those are the opportunities that are all infused in.
How much was your outfit?
Oh, I I want it was under $100 for a custom-made suit with the blazer, pencil skirt, and she threw in a bonus like shorts that was in the same material. So I want to say it was like $100.
You came up with some beautiful stuff, and
Yeah,
yeah.
and it was like custom. And then like the jewelry we got at the market, I would honestly $500 if you like really want to enhance your wardrobe and that's what you're looking to do, get like pieces for yourself or even for gifts for others. You could do really, really, really well with $500. Like you could probably open up a little something.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean not that big. It would really just be.
Now, in regards to funds, like, should I bring cash or should I just bring a debit card?
Both. If you bring cash, you want to bring new $100 bills because you get a better exchange rate with those. But they do also have ATMs here. So as long as you let your bank know that you're traveling overseas, you're going to be in Ghana, then you'll be able to use your ATM card here, your debit card here, even credit cards when we go out. But you really won't be using your credit card that much, just if you're at the ATM. And then pretty much that's it. So you can draw as much as at one time, like almost a little under $400 at the ATM at one time. And that'll last you at least, majority of the time you're here.
Okay.
Just bring it with you. And you can use your credit cards, right? Like, I mean, I did make purchases, especially some of the stores. And you'd be surprised. Like one of the places that we went was this store called Malcolm. And it was like a Target on steroids, y'all. Like it was brand new. Everything was like sparkly. The floors, like it was just clean. They had multiple floors. You had your grocery section. You had like the bakery, like a fresh bakery. You had like the wine cellar, like cooler area. They had furniture and appliances. Like when I say it was like a Target on steroids, the aesthetic reminded me of a Target, like when you walk in and how things are kind of positioned and even the colors. But it was 2 floors and it was huge. And like, bedroom set up, like to sell bedroom furniture. Everything. Yes. So being able to use your card there was no problem. But really, for the most part, because it's an all-inclusive tour, you're not really going to be pulling it out for much. The meals are covered and, transportation, all those things are included in the package. So unless you're kind of going outside of that, then you will need that. So the majority of that money that you're pulling out is either going to be going towards your drinks or going towards like going to the market. You can exchange your funds for the local currency. And I think that's recommended that you do with $100 bills to get the local currency because they won't accept cash. So paying for like your tailored suit, paying for your stuff at the market, you're going to want to use the CDs to do that. What else we got going on? Oh, tipping. Can we talk about the tipping protocol when out? Because everything is covered, but you absolutely can give gratuity when your service, well, I think all service somewhat dictates that you can kind of give to the level you think based off of people going above and beyond. It looks like we lost Mr. Taylor for a second. He's in Ghana, so if he's able to jump back on,
but ideally, you would think people want to be able to do that in cash. Like I'm sure the locals would appreciate receiving, cash for
CDs, because you don't want to give them US dollars because they might have trouble exchanging that, but they definitely want to receive CDs. And it's almost kind of easier to give that because right now it's like a 11-to-1, 10-to-1 kind of conversion rate going on with the CDs. So you got 1,000 CDs is $100, a little under $100. 100 CDs is like $10. So you got different denominations. It definitely, I think, because of our mindset coming from the States, the way that we give is more aligned with what we're used to. So where we would give a $10 tip and we're giving somebody 100 CDs, if you make 400 CDs a month and we just gave you 100 CDs, because that's a $10 tip, how is that enhance your
How does that enhance exactly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You just made a new friend.
Right.
Shoot, you come back, they're gonna be like, "Oh no, that's my man's right there."
And Drake could probably speak to that, just the tipping etiquette when you're dealing with your Uber drivers or you're dealing with your driver in the restaurants. Are you back with us yet, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
It's really not a tipping culture, but we coming from the West, so we known the tip. So good tips anywhere.
It looks like we lost him again. Just so when you're in Ghana, and then the timing wise, it's almost 11 o'clock there. So he might be in and out, but I think we kind of cover what the tipping etiquette is. You want to have CDs with you so that you can give gratuity for, the service that dictates it. It's typically not included in your bill, so you want to look at that and tip accordingly based off of the service. But it is very much a laid back culture, so some of the things that we're used to when it comes to service might need some adjusting. Like they're not in any rush. If they see you're sitting at the table and you're talking, they're not gonna come over to you and take your glass and fill it up with water. If you don't beckon them to come, like they're gonna give you your space. They might not come back for an hour if you don't call.
Yeah, I think I'm glad you mentioned that, Hafiza, because it's definitely different culturally. You know what I mean? Like it's just where everything's not pressed for time. They're not trying to clear the table and get you to the next seat. They're cooking the food from like fresh, so
it will take time for you to get your meal.
So
sit down and relax and enjoy your dining experience. So don't be cussing folks out because they ain't coming over fast enough, because that's what we're used to and not over there.
Right.
I don't have to cuss my people out.
So we're gonna use these months to work on patience if that's something that you need to work on. Right? Like
go visit a few African Caribbean restaurants in the States.
Right. So we're gonna practice, and that's definitely a good point. Just that, and your meals might not come out at the same time. It might be that because they literally do like make a dish at a time. Like that's
it's
how
gonna be that winning earth food coming out first because ain't no meat on the plate. So they could have ordered after you.
You would be surprised. Ours might come out last, and y'all might have whatever it is that you. So again,
right, because of that, right? That makes sense too. Yeah. To customize,
I want and if you order the same thing, they might not be making them at the same time and splitting them into 2 plates. They probably will be making them each individually for you. So that exercise and patience is important. Asking about the menu and what is finish is important as well, meaning that everything that on the menu may not be available. So you might order something, they go in the back, they come back 30 minutes later to tell you that they don't have it. So ask certain questions in the beginning might save you some time and some disappointment, especially when it comes to food. But again, it's a whole cultural kind of shift that we have to get accustomed to. Just being in a different place and just respecting the differences. I wouldn't say it's good, bad, or indifferent. I know my experience overall was just all favorable. The food was delicious. It's definitely not like microwaved. They take time and the ingredients and all of those things. And definitely trying the traditional offerings is important. You can always find Americanized food if that's what you're looking for, but
that's an abomination.
That's a preference.
No, don't. Like, I mean, like it's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah. It's like you go to an Italian restaurant and
and order the chicken
hamburger.
You can do that.
Order the chicken tenders like you at Italian. You could have got chicken tenders at freaking. All right.
Yeah.
I go to Africa. I want the oxtail. I want the goat. I want the cow tongue. I want it all.
And you will not touch my tongue.
I'm gonna let y'all sort that out. But we definitely will have options. So again, all of this information is on our frequently asked questions. So when you go in to register, we have that information there. We are down to the last 5 minutes. I definitely want to jump into the announcement. So the 31st was the last day to make the deposit for the December trip. We are allowing you to get on the wait list for July. Again, we are doing this every 6 months. So for those of you who may have missed the window, definitely reach out to us directly because there might be some options available to you if you're ready to move now. Other than that, we do have the wait list that is going to be open for the July experience. And I believe those dates are July 24th to August 3rd.
Correct.
Yes. So it gives you some time. You're about 10 months out now to really get prepared and ready for that experience. But our focus is on December in this moment, and our announcement, drum roll.
Live info session.
Yes, our first in-person info session will be taking place on Wednesday, September 13th. We will be announcing the location. But first, to those who have been invited, as you know, we are bringing 30 creatives and innovative entrepreneurs with us on this experience and cultural exchange. Invitations are going out now. So within the next week, you should be receiving some correspondence that you have been invited on to be a part of this. That just the work that you're doing, the contribution that you're making to this community. Those are some, and we'll talk about some of the criteria that allow for those who have been invited to come on this experience. So those invitations are going out. We're going to have a live in-person session to answer a lot of the questions that might still be lingering, and really to just invite people into the experience. It's a whole vibe. And there will be an aspect of it that those who are interested that may not have been the part of the Ghana 30 will be able to come to the meet and greet as well. We are leaving it open for nominations for those who are doing the work that might not be on our radar. So definitely, again, stay connected with us, get in touch with us. We can answer any questions, get into more detail as to what it is that we're doing, how it is that we're doing, what it is that we're doing, and how you can connect. If you are a sponsor, we are absolutely open to more sponsorship. We have sponsors going down in the ticker taper at the bottom. So we do thank those who are already committing to making this and continuing to make this a reality for not just us, but for those who will be joining us in the communities that we will be coming home to. So this is, a significant opportunity for cultural exchange, for real change. And that's what, our focus and emphasis is on.
I want to jump in before we close and just say there is one more Sunday before that live session on Wednesday, September 13th. So we'll probably just jump on kind of just as a verbal announcement as to the date, time, and location. But continue to follow us on our website and social media handles, the Elements of Abundance, for those details.
Yes. So mark your calendar. Happy hour on the 13th. Definitely, y'all. We got about a minute and a half left. Please give your closing remarks.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Get ready to be ready.
Be ready. Make sure you got your passports up to date, please.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yes.
Get ready to be ready.
Start now.
Yes.
Oh, I got a few seconds. There's a hack. So if you are looking to get your passports, Costco is probably the cheapest. So if you have a Costco membership, take a picture, download the app, and you can send to Costco to do the 4x6 passport photos. Boom.
Look at that.
Little tip.
Very nice.
Has its benefits.
That's right.
Definitely connect with the website. There's frequently asked questions. There's options for payment plans. We're going to have some more information about travel insurance. And we'll be covering those in future info sessions as well. So again, we're doing this every 6 months, July and December. The next one is December 2023. And then we have a July 2024 coming up. We want you to have this experience with us. You are welcome. It is impactful, life-changing. It's going to be a phenomenal time. So connect with us, find out more information. And yeah, what y'all got? Y'all got 10 seconds.
I'm done.
That's it. I'm good.
Peace. Right. Love.
See you on the
Have an amazing week.
Below.
And
Check
enjoy the beautiful, beautiful day. Yes.
Absolutely.
Peace. Peace.
Be safe out there in their streets and in them backyards, y'all.
Yes.